coach. Oh, we're live. Anyway, hello, welcome. I'm Frudel. With me are Nate, who will co-commentate with me, and your coach, not coach, commentary celeb, Shadow. And this is Spider-Man Web of Shadows. I'll be running the New Game Plus any percent version, but first I need to close the game. Make sure that the save file did not change. It did change, so I have to load to put the save file again. And we'll be able to start very soon. Thank you, Thermal. I guess we'll start in... oh, by the way, it starts after the cutscene, so I'll tell you when to start the timer. I say 3, 2, 1, 0 and then go. So the main gimmick in Web of Shadows. The city is plagued by symbiotes. Spidey is also plagued by... also gets infected. And so you can constantly change between the red suit and the black suit. Each suit has its own combat moves. You're supposed to mix between them, but the black suit is objectively just the better one. Also in the game, in the story, there are several places where you choose between red suit, which is a good choice, a heroic choice, or the black suit, which is more of an evil choice. And we decided to let the audience choose to make all the choices throughout. Now the choices do not directly affect the gameplay, at least most of them. However, they will affect the ending and the final mission before the ending. And so if you want to see one ending over the other, then vote accordingly. Time will start in about 10 seconds, so just let me start the timer. 3, 2, 1, 0, go. I missed a bit. Anyway, go ahead, Nate. Tell them.
So this is just the intro tutorial to the game. All these enemies just die in one hit, you know. So this just goes over like a little bit of movement and swinging. There's not much strategy to the initial part aside from making sure you hit more than one enemy at once.
I missed the goal.
And you can...
Now here is something exclusive for New Game Plus. This attack is already unlocked. And now it's time to introduce wall combat. Very soon, after this cutscene.
Let's go! We've got multiple targets.
For the tutorial, you're forced to use the red suit.
Yeah, you are. Alright, starting combat now. It's very simple, just spam auto combos, but you also want to make sure that you don't knock enemies over the edges of the window, otherwise they spread out and it's hard to catch up with them.
Yeah. So so the enemies here spawn on the far side, like whichever side you're not on. So he just, you know, the wall combos are pretty powerful, so you just group the enemies up and knock them all out in hopefully one combo generally.
Yeah. I also built a lot of meter, which is very important for the coming parts of the run.
Yeah. So meter is a red bar above Spider-Man's little icon.
Where is Cage and his search party? Where is MJ?
Okay.
I don't understand. Maybe.
Just a side note. This voice actor for Spidey is somewhat notorious in the community. I guess notorious is the correct word.
Yeah, I think the main thing about it is that he has like a good red suit Spider-Man voice, but his black suit voice is just a little too edgy, maybe,
If anything, I
or a little
actually
too
feel the
weird.
opposite, but to each their own. So the final part is just web strike this pod twice. No, it changed targets. Anyway,
So
this cutscene is
yeah,
unskippable. What did you want to say?
yeah. I just wanted to say normally you wouldn't be able to web strike yet, but this is New Game Plus.
You better
Right,
play it cool,
web
man.
strike
Is it
is
really
not
you this
introduced
time?
yet
Come
in
on,
new
we gotta
game,
go.
so
Look, I promise, I
there I
won't
just
use
have
it.
to
You promise?
scramble and
We are way
spam
past that.
spam
We
the
ain't
auto
got time
combo.
for this.
Yeah, the wall attacks.
Oh no,
Mhm.
get away. Get away!
Come
Oh yeah,
on.
Luke
Is this
Cage
a
is
good
in this
casual
game.
Spidey game? I'd say this is a pretty good casual Spidey
Do
game.
it! Just come with me.
Oh my goodness, who? That lady in the dark, is that Jessica Drew?
Okay, so now we're taken back 4 days prior to this event.
No! Mary
You'll
Jane.
never believe what happened.
Peter?
It started just like this. 4 days ago. Fighting to breathe. To survive.
Harker.
Oh my god, it's Venom!
That
Yeah,
morning,
oh.
everything changed.
Who would have thought that in a symbiote invasion Venom would be involved?
I'm feeling hungry.
No! Eddie!
What?
Watch the
So-
new Venom movie, Let There Be Carnage. I haven't watched it yet, so please, no spoilers in the comments.
Venom,
Alright, now it's time to get to the
ready
black
for a
suit.
world of pain.
And one of the moves the black suit can do that red can't is throw cars. It's taken directly from Ultimate Spider-Man, a game from 2006. Venom could do that. So go ahead and explain this fight.
Yeah. So, literally the strategy here. Well, actually, yeah. So, beatdowns are seriously overpowered in this game. They're just one of the black suit's moves. And in like the new game strategy, you just throw cars at Venom. But the new game plus, you just do repeated beatdowns to deal huge damage.
Yeah, and it's a special attack that's supposed to drain meter. However,
Brock, look at me
because
when
I did
talk
not
to you.
finish the move until the very last hit, I was just able to preserve the meter till the next phase. So now I'm just supposed to swing through these gates. Then I can follow the ambulance. I believe there's some rubber banding with the ambulance. Usually I use this time to collect some spider tokens, but since this is New Game Plus, I already have them all. All 2160 tokens. Which I collected by myself. I did not use a save file for that. And yeah, I can change between the suits. I actually need a red suit for the next part. Because of that red web dome move that you've seen earlier. It has good range,
Rising
and it's
Web.
really good on all tokens when. Good question. Never. So the fastest way to deal with all these
Before you
fools
could say
is
friendly
just drop
neighborhood
down
Spider-Man, I'm in the middle of a gang
and do the
war.
rising web attack, or as I call it,
MJ was getting
web
her arm
dome.
in a cast, and I was feeling lousy.
And this one can just
by
deal
her
with a
side.
web strike.
But if she knew I was ignoring what was going on in
Super
the streets,
fast.
Yeah,
she would have kicked me back out.
what is that guy doing out there?
He was supposed to get near me, but I was too fast for him. Let's see. I missed one, but I'm gonna try. Oh, there's no way I can do that. Yeah, if I was fast enough, I could actually just throw both cars at once. Right, I wanna go take them over. Nah, I bumped into the wall. I hoped to skate on that guy enough until I reached the other guys and damage them as well with the skating,
So what brings
the sliding move.
Yeah.
Now is coming the first. Now coming the first grind of the game. Go ahead and explain that.
So at numerous parts in this game, you're just at the mercy of RN as the crime spawns in the game. So like for this, it just says stop 5 crimes, and you just have to hope that the crimes are in convenient locations or that they spawn at all.
Yeah, at that moment here. Can I please get a spawn?
So
I'm not getting any spawns.
I was gonna say, are there like donations or something that could be read, or?
No donations at the moment, but we hope you are all enjoying the beginning of QuickFest Speedfest Halloween 2020 here, where we are raising awareness for the National Foundation for Suicide Prevention. So we hope you enjoy the marathon.
Alright, just one more crime to stop. Please get a spawn. Please. Oh, finally.
It's been pretty unforgiving so far. Like, it feels like normally you get 5 crimes like much faster.
Yeah, I have a theory that because on New Game Plus I'm much faster, actually moving too fast can cause enemies not to spawn at all. So, going into the next story mission, it's just a tutorial on how to use Spider Sense. Spider Sense is the equivalent of floppy camera. And just following the instructions.
Got the informant. Now where are the bad guys?
So for this mission, there's actually like lore behind it. Like there's one guy that you're trying to protect, but there's like no chance of failure unless you're legitimately not trying.
Now for the final part, I'm gonna use the Rising Web again to beat both enemies at once. Red Suit will be used actually quite often during the early part of the game. It's really good for crowd control and dealing with weaker enemies. So now that I finished that mission, it's time to do another grind, which is just Spider Sense 10 enemies. That's it.
Yeah, you don't even have to defeat the enemies, you just kind of sense them. That's it.
6? What? 2 and 2 and 2? 9. Okay, I just need one more. Please give me a spawn. Alright. Sometimes I get all 10 enemies spawned nearby and I can just beat them in sense them in one press of a button. But anyway, now is the tutorial for Web Strike, which is... I'll let Nate explain this part.
Just like that.
Yeah, so Web Strike, the cornerstone of combat, pretty much in this game. You web toward an enemy, and then you can either like bounce off them, or crush into them, or do a number of different things.
I'm not gonna hold back anymore.
So sometimes enemies will try to counter your web strike, but generally it's not. It's not that much of a deterrent. You can either just cancel the web strike, or you can counter their counter.
Go ahead and explain over countering.
No need to show off now.
Over counter your web strike, and then you press the button at the right time. You deal extra damage, and you usually ensure that you get like a special attack off of it, which is pretty interesting, pretty neat.
So because you
So,
were cut off
for
a
the-
bit by the connection, so I'm gonna explain again. When you're about to get countered when you do a web strike, if you time it right, you can counter them, their counter. So one of the best ways to over counter them is to simply just mash the desired button, because the game does not punish you for pressing in the wrong time. Rather, it only punishes you if you missed the correct one. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So here I was doing a grind after I did web strike. Now it was
Nice
time
going,
to do 10 web strikes in a row during free roam. Now heading to the next mission, which also involves a web strike right now.
You have the perfect skill for stopping the extortion racket. These
Pretty
gangs
simple
be running.
mission.
I do?
Nate, do you
Thugs
want to
will stand
explain
in
it?
front of every door on the street.
Yeah,
Intimidate
sure.
good folks who
So
live there.
after
It's a pain
web
protection
striking
money.
and bouncing off the enemy, you can
You could use
go
your speed
straight
to hit
into
one after
another
jumping from
web
one guy
strike
to
if
the
another
next.
enemy is
I'll give it a
nearby.
try.
Well, you can start right here with these fools.
And for this mission, it's basically just teaching you that, like 3 enemies in a row, 4 enemies in a row, 6 enemies in a row. You know, it's trying to get it into your head because it's like one of the main attacks you'll be using in the game.
I got another group for you.
Show me where.
So the strategy here is to like get your web strike timing as quickly as possible, like after the prior web strike.
7 of them this time.
Like you want to spend as little time in the air as you can. At least I think that's the strategy.
Yeah, you time it as tight as possible.
Yeah. Also, Luke Cage told us that there were 7 enemies here, but if you count them and look at the thing at the bottom, there's only 6.
You might
He lied
be
to
the
us.
answer to my problem.
Mhm.
With all this pressure on the gangs,
I can't believe he would do that.
This fly kick that you see, we'll have time later to explain it, but not now. Alright, next mission. Go ahead, Nate.
So, this is all right. So there's like 5 cars around this gas station, and there's a number of ways to take them out, but the ideal way is to just like web strike them from the side, and like pretty often you'll just flip them over and blow them up immediately. You can also like swing kick the cars or web strike them from the back or grab them in the black suit, but that's kind of slow. So web striking from the side, ideal.
Also, I'm specifically using the red suit for this mission because a new game class, the upgrade for the black suit, makes it so the bounce is too strong that the car just flips 360 instead of 180 degrees.
all right. This corner is
Yeah.
infamous for gang trouble.
Okay, what do you want me to do?
It's ideal when the car flips over and blows up with all the thugs inside.
Now, if they spot you, they're gonna try to run.
Alright, this mission is pretty simple. It's an introduction to wing kicks. It's a pretty novel thing in my opinion, although it's really not that useful, except for this mission and the next one. No, actually I wasn't gonna use it in the next mission. I already have better alternative.
Think you can
It's
do
New
it
Game
again?
Plus
But of
after all.
course.
Good. I have another bunch of hoods.
Ooh,
Looks like they have a lookout this time. So take them out fast.
Spider-Man for sure kills people in this. I mean, you're not wrong.
No, for sure he hands over many parachutes.
Yeah, so those enemies that he just sent like 60 feet into the air, thankfully he put parachutes on them, so they have no chance of
Just
getting
move fast
hurt.
and aim that swing carefully, and you should be able to take them
I'm
all
sure they're
out
fine.
in one shot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice moves.
I can't
Now
skip
it's
this
strive for
dialogue.
efficiency in my
unfortunately.
superhero-ness.
Right.
We have time
Take out
for
any group
at
of
least
thugs
one
you find
donation,
same
if
way.
you have any,
Catch them
or
all with one
shameless
swing
plug
kick. It's a beautiful thing,
on
baby.
later runs in the
Seen you when you
marathon.
cleaned up these street corners.
No notifications quite yet, so feel free to keep going.
Okay, so guys, go ahead and later check out Toy Story 2 by Thermal Square. It's one of my favorite runs ever, and one of my favorite games in general.
I heard a certain somebody is also going to be commentating that.
Oh yeah, the guy you're listening to. What's the term again? I forgot. The live commentary.
Speaking in
Celebrity go-to commentator.
Yeah. Yep. So this mission is just deal with those thugs and then deal with other thugs and deal with other thugs. Nothing here to explain really. But the strat over here, you're supposed to, at least in new game, spam swing kicks. This is very ideal actually. However, since this is new game plus, you can just spam the special attacks, which also deals with them instantly and with an ease. Fun fact, in the console version of this game, of this mission, there are way more enemies spawned on each side.
yeah.
Now, we're receiving a call from Mary Jane which tells us, no, don't use the black suit, it does the bad things for you. So I just load the autosave to hang up on her, and now I can enter the next mission instantly.
Nice.
If you ask me, hanging up on Mary Jane is canon.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense if he's like black suit aligned.
So this mission, you press Y, and you press Y again. That's it.
Yeah, I think he pressed Y like, what is it, 86 times?
Let's see, 44 here and 42 there, so yes, 86. But there's one small optimization here. There's supposed to be a pop-up message that freezes the entire game, which I skipped by just doing a web zip quickly enough.
Yeah.
After this mission, there's gonna be a choice. However, to even things out, I'm gonna choose red despite what the audience wants, because in later part of the game, there will be a black choice that I choose by default. So you're gonna see a demonstration of the choice system here. And later on, as I said earlier, you're gonna choose you're gonna make the choices for me.
And then we can see what ending we get at the end. So we're a little over halfway through this mission. Yeah, in case you didn't notice already, the game really wants you to learn web strikes.
And let me tell you, I learned web strikes.
Yeah.
I don't know if any one of you has watched the IGN review from back then. That guy did not know how to do web strikes. He just spammed the button without timing it correctly. Not that timing requires any skill, but he really did not pay attention to how the game works. Right now,
Yeah.
so right now I'm done with all the flags and cutscene time. Pretty short one. So if I choose a red path, I just show that there's just a cutscene and I make peace in the gang war. If I choose black, I fight the thugs beforehand. I agree with that statement.
You were played.
Whoever made that comment. Game journalism was a mistake. So now heading into Kingpin's place. What happened was, those snipers, they were hired by Kingpin. I'm taking a few shortcuts in the explanation of the story. Spider-Man goes to check out what's the deal with those. They seem to be very tech-heavy and armed with lots of gadgets.
Yeah. So here's Kingpin's big old tower.
The stylish headquarters of the fattest man in crime.
Hey, crazy
Oh
woman.
my goodness.
Don't pretend you don't know I'm talking to you.
It's Black Cat.
My little Spidey man.
Oh, hi, Cat.
Yeah.
Uh,
Wow, we're chasing Black Cat. It's just like Spider-Man 2.
and I think they did that in Edge of Time as well, and I think The Amazing Spider-Man 2, like the Andrew Garfield movie game.
In Edge of Time, Black Cat just shows 5 seconds so you can fight her, and then it never talks about her again.
Understandable.
And then I think the exact same thing happens in Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just a Black Cat is there for like one mission and then just never gets spoken of again.
So now it's very suspicious. Black Cat working for Kingpin? What's going on?
Alicia, please, just stop. Please.
So he's like,
Come on.
Cat-chan, Nani? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, really. No, don't screw your movement. Please, please. Oh no. Don't fall down. Good.
So sometimes Black Cat gets confused in this mission and it can lose a lot of time because her pathing is weird.
Yeah, and it's not even... I'm not even on safe yet. There's still one more risky place. Or dangerous place, it's not really a risk. Let's see if I get a warp. One time I got a warp into a later part of the game of the
Please,
mission,
Felicia,
and
give it a rest.
it immediately failed it because I was too far from her or something like that. Never mind. This area is about to be dangerous. Please don't lose your tracks, Cat.
Cat, Spidey, or Naruto running. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it
just
does
how they
look
run
like
up
it.
walls.
Yeah, definitely Naruto
Yeah.
running.
Just add some Sonic music over it. Or like some anime opening.
Alright, so she did the jump. If she was scaling down that building, it was gonna take a long time, and I don't want that.
The Black Cat, Alicia Hardy.
So now it's time to fight her allegedly
I must be
Paragoons.
Yeah, I mean, technically, we don't know her relation to Kingpin yet.
Alright, got the crash slide thingy, call it however you want. Got it twice in a row.
The skateboard.
I need to preserve some meter, but no, I could go wilder. Okay, I can
Yeah.
use it more.
So
Yeah, go ahead.
So the spider tokens that normally he would collect in just normal new game increase the size of your health and your red meter. But since he has all of them straight from the get-go, he can just fix special attacks in a row.
Yeah, right now I can do 6 in a row from full bar. And I also got the speed increase every time I leveled up. Now I need to follow her to a building that's right over there in front of us.
What's going on here?
Here.
Are you actually working for Mr. Monster Butt? What did you say?
So in New Game Plus, this fight is really trivial. All you do is spam the beatdown, and since you have enough meter, yeah, it's
You can just do it like 5 times in a row.
5, 6. Yeah, it's gonna be 6.
Yeah, and thanks to the little exploit where if the screen fades out while you're doing a beatdown, you don't lose meter. You can just keep going, really.
Yeah, so all in all, I think I'm gonna waste 4 or 3 or 4. Not more than that.
So a lot of the bosses in this game are pretty tanky, I'd say, but they're not like super strong or anything like that.
So the fight is already over. Very, very, very trivial since this is New Game Plus.
Are you okay? I told you to
Back
lay
from
off.
Toby 3 or Spider-Man 3, the movie game, are quick time events, but they're much, much, much simpler to follow.
Yeah. So Spider-Man just kicked Black Cat off the building, and then he goes to save her. This quick time event in particular probably has the funniest fails, like where you're just watching splat. It's awful.
Now I'm supposed to follow Black Cat to her place, but instead of just gonna arrive there before her because I'm that good at the game.
Yeah. Can
And
we
now-
set up a vote for the choice?
Yeah, that would be great now.
Yeah.
Stick powers, by the way. Make it for about a minute.
Felicia, you in there?
Yeah. I wouldn't be able to set that up. It would have to be one of the mods or something.
So, are you okay?
Red
the
path
choices
or
are just
black path.
What's going on?
That's it.
Look,
Red
I
path or
screw
black
up,
path.
okay?
right.
You think?
Yeah.
You do a heist for Kingpin, try to kill me.
I was working from the inside. I got in over my head and I couldn't get out of it, and then you show up way too early and I get this huge rush from seeing you.
This cutscene
You
is
attacked me.
unskippable, by the way.
What do you mean I showed up early?
I was doing it
Yeah,
for you.
it's basically
To
just
see that we were made
Black
for each
Cat
other.
coming on super duper strongly to
Sorry.
Spider-Man
I
for
had
no
idea you
reason.
still felt like that.
Really? Well, guess what? I do. I still love you. Look at us, wearing these
The
stupid
cutscene is about
masks.
to end, by the way.
Who are we really? We have all these powers and act like we're ashamed of them.
All right, the poll is up.
Be with me. Together we can be
Okay,
whatever
I'll
we
let the
want.
poll finish.
Free from want, free from responsibility, free to have fun. You do like fun, don't you?
So in the meantime, I'm gonna explain. If you choose black, you're going out with Black Cat, and she gives you the missions. If you choose red, you're gonna get missions from Moon Knight. He was in the cutscene in one of the cutscenes that I skipped. He's located somewhere else, but you get the same missions from both of them. And in terms of which route is faster, they're about the same, so I can go either or. So in a few seconds, the poll will end. We'll see the winner. It's gonna be black, right? Red suit.
It's red.
Red. Okay. So we're gonna get the missions from Moon Knight instead.
I can't do that.
Unfortunately, I'll have to do. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to do. Yeah, Filler finally does the red
It's
suit. Right?
finally red suit red.
Yeah, this marathon was a great opportunity for that. That was the goal of this. So, unfortunately, I have to do the initial travel to Moon Knight by myself, by foot, literally, as you see. What did I want to say? But Moon Knight has the luxury that most of the missions are closest to this place.
Kingpin had me upset. Do you
Now
have
it's time to grind a bit. So I'll let Nate explain the grind first, and then would be a good time to explain flagging.
So for this grind, so you have to defeat 10 of these tech heavies and destroy 5 drills. So normally 3 tech heavies appear with every drill, but with some basic math, like you can just deduce that it's most convenient to only defeat 2 tech heavies per drill. So unless he damages the 3rd tech heavy, he'll usually just leave him.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
No, I was talking to the game, not to you. It
Oh.
was acting strangely, which is pretty common for Rebel Shadows. Can I get some spawns,
Yeah.
please? There. And go ahead and explain that fly kick that we saw earlier.
Yeah. So, by attempting to web strike in the air, Spider-Man just does. If no enemies are around, Spider-Man just does this kick, which keeps your air momentum and allows you to keep your height as well. But you can't just like spam the web strike button. You have to like press web strike and then like jump and then web strike and then jump like repeatedly. And you can even like go up with it. Like you can literally just straight up fly. If there's no buildings around and you need to get a far distance, then it's ideal. But if you're like close to the ground, it's best to just swing.
There, I was about to get countered, but I just smashed the button and got away with this. And about the fly kick, yeah, you can gain momentum over time. You will, if you do it in the correct timing. Can I please get a spawn? There. By the way, guys, the canon to this story is that Spider-Man chooses Black Cat. So this is really non-canon. And in the run, I usually go with Black Cat because the route is slightly faster by just mere second.
I like how these wall drills sometimes like clip into the wall that they're not going after.
Yeah.
Because there's like so little space in the alley for those giant drills.
You have stopped me. Or show no.
I guess we have time to explain. No, it's RNG here. Maybe we can try to explain one immediate consequence to the choices we make, which is the ally alignment.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh,
I
by
mean,
the way,
it's not
before that, I need to defeat one specific glider, which I get by complete RNG. So right now I'm getting bad RNG. And as I said that, I immediately got the spawn that I wanted.
Nice.
I guess we'll explain ally alignment later because it's time to move on to the next mission. We got a tip that there's some funny activity in the Daily Bugle. We're not gonna see J. Jonah Jameson, however. And it turns out that this is a trap, and the actual attack or shenanigans happens to be in the courthouse. It's been ambushed by Kingpin's soldiers.
So we're going to
Courthouse.
become
Clever,
pretty
using a
familiar
false
with
lead.
like two new or one new kind of Kingpin enemy, but that's later in the mission. Right now, there's right now some. Yeah, what am I trying to say? Okay. The Kingpin troops are attacking the courthouse, and they are trying to plant bombs on it as well. So right now we just have to defeat the enemies around the courthouse, and then they'll bring in the bombs.
That's 6. Did I miss one? Or does the timer take... Yeah, no, the timer just takes time to count up. Probably waits for the troops to actually despawn. So I'll let Nate explain again this part.
So the glider Kingpin enemies bring in these tech heavies, the big guys, who have bombs, and put them on the courthouse. So by defeating the tech heavy, it counts as it counts toward the counter at the bottom, so it progresses the mission, and also progresses that. So it's best to let the person plant the bomb and then remove it.
And
Also, yeah, you can see.
cloud swinging.
Yeah, webs don't really attach to anything.
You know, all these evolutions of X in Spider-Man games, I want to make one and title it Evolution of Cloud Swinging in Spider-Man games.
Yeah, those videos get pretty popular. Yes, you can see that Heavy just threw the bomb onto the courthouse.
By the way, notice the blue dot on the minimap? This is my target. And I'm waiting for them to plant the bombs. Have you played Spider-Man PS4? No, I do not have a PS4 or a PS5. I do not own any console beside my PC. And I'm not gonna buy one just... Yeah, I'm not gonna buy one just to play Spider-Man.
I am going to keep my comments about Spider-Man 4 to myself.
I did not say anything about the game. I just say that I'm not gonna pay hundreds of dollars just to play Spider-Man.
I mean, I know, I was just messing around.
And that's all the bombs / bombers. Now there's a tank.
Yeah. So these tanks, tech mechs, I think they're called. Yeah. Normally you would like throw a car at them and then like do a quick time event on them, but you don't have to. You can either just do beatdowns or just throw cars repeatedly at them, and it's pretty fast.
Yeah, since this is New Game Plus, I'm just spamming beatdown a couple of times, and then I proceed to finish the fight with a few light attacks, and that will be the entire fight. In New Game, I'll have to throw as many cars as I can. I think I was delayed a bit with the B inputs of that beatdown move. Oh, I tried to swag now with the swing kick, but it did not work out. What did I say?
Thankfully, they're both.
Oh yeah, throwing cars in New Game Plus because you don't have enough meter, and beatdown is not fully up. Oh right, I'm going to. I forgot. I was going the wrong direction for a moment.
Yeah. So, what is it? How many missions are there for like Moon Knight or Black Cat? I think it's like 5.
Maybe that was. It depends on whether or not you include the grinds. So missions is just this one. The fight with Vulture, which by the way set up the call soon, because there won't be a cutscene. You're gonna have to vote during the fight. So set it up now.
Yeah. So red suit or black suit poll.
It has no meaning to the story whatsoever except for the ending, as you know. So here I'm just spamming beatdown.
Yeah, as per usual, you know.
It's a recurring theme in all boss fights, especially in New Game Plus.
So by using the fly kick, you can actually just get close to Vulture much sooner than you'd normally be able to. Because normally the game expects you to like bounce off the gliders, but you don't have to do that.
Yeah, who needs physics? We do not have any call yet. I asked for a pulse.
Oh, okay, they got it up. Nice.
Pretty expressed choreography, I guess.
Yeah. The quick time events are pretty neat.
Yeah, they're simple enough to follow.
Yeah, it's not like 6 buttons in a row like a certain other game.
Alright, waiting for the results. It doesn't really matter except for the ally alignment, which I let Nate explain actually after I make the choice. Each choice will just mean something about Vulture. You either in the black choice you make him obey you, and in the red choice you turn him to the police. 50-50. So I guess I'll flip a coin, and you'll just have to trust me on that. Let's see. It's black, I swear.
Yeah. So you want me to explain ally alignment now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you do one of these, it sets your ally alignment to like all the way red or all the way black. And depending on which side, all either heroic allies or evil allies. So heroic allies would be like Luke Cage or Moon Knight, and the evil allies are like Vulture or Black Cat. The allies are a little bit, I don't know, useless might be the word, but they do have just a tiny bit of use occasionally.
Yeah, and you can change the alignment of. You can change the ally alignment gradually by using one suit over the other during combat.
Yeah. Or doing good or bad deeds.
Oh yeah, you can do that
Like-
too. Right, I forgot it's
Yeah.
even a thing.
Yeah, like if you throw cars at innocent civilians, you get black suit alignment.
The other tenants have been complaining about. Is this your hi? You guys are the worst.
By the way, that
ever.
wheel attack is just me spamming
Party's
the.
over.
It's just holding the attack button, and it's a skill that you're supposed to unlock later. But as you know, New Game Plus.
Yeah. Extremely good move. Quite possibly one of the best in the game.
Where are you going?
He's going back to his home.
I tried to hit some other enemies on the way. I missed all of them. I'll call an ally right now just to demonstrate how it works. I mean, in the next part.
So, when you
You're being
can only
evicted.
call allies when your meter is full, and then having one out just gradually drains your meter.
Anyway, do you want to explain why suddenly enemies, humans, are acting strangely?
Well, according to the story, we don't know yet.
What is
But
wrong with you people?
as it turns out, these people are actually infected with symbiote. So they're a little bit deranged and able to climb walls.
Anyway, I'm gonna
Here,
call
understand.
Black Cat back because her assistance is really useless. All of the allies act pretty much the same. They ruin all your combos, they knock them off, they knock them back way far from you. And you don't want that.
Yeah, they might be a little more harm than good.
Yeah, they don't deal enough damage to let's say give them parachutes, but and
Yeah.
they also knock them back, as I said, so they stay without a parachute, and now you have to take your time to get to them. Right now, after I'm done with that mission, it's time to fight all those strangely deranged civilians. whoever they are.
Yeah. They're definitely not zombies.
Yeah, not zombies at all. And now, jokes aside, this is the reason I chose Web of Shadows for this marathon, because it's in the theme of horror. So I was pretty
Yeah,
considerate when submitting Web of Shadows. You're welcome.
Like as we saw in the like the intro, like the city was just like in anarchy.
Mm.
And we're not super close to that point, but we're getting there.
Yeah, I guess we have about 20 minutes.
Yeah, the city will be in anarchy in 20 minutes. There is no escape.
Just one last group.
Thankfully.
Perhaps I should use the black suit here. I don't know. Anyway, this is
I mean, we're on the.
and done
Yeah, I
with
was
the
gonna
fight.
say.
Go ahead.
Okay. No. Yeah, okay, I was gonna say. Well, you are like on the wall, so.
I didn't like the way things were starting to turn.
Yeah, I like how
What happened between me and
the
Venom?
Kingpin enemies will attack you while you're talking
Maybe the
to
symbiotes
Moon
are
Knight.
everywhere. It was my fault.
Yeah, and I did not even let Spidey finish the dialogue. Really shows how you were not expected to pick Moon Knight. Go ahead and explain these fights.
Yeah, trivia time. Yep. So Wolverine, he hosts a trivia show in this game where he asks you questions about Spider-Man history. He does this to ensure that you're the real Spider-Man because you have the symbiote, and he thinks you might just be one of these crazies. So once you deal enough damage to Wolverine, he asks you a question, and depending on your answer, you either get red meter or black meter. And it's important to pick the shortest answers because Wolverine just doesn't take damage until the dialogue is done.
So the fastest choices, so the fastest answers are all the answers that tell him to shut up, stop asking me questions, and all that.
Yeah. You're not my mom, Wolverine.
No, but he could be our grandparents or something like that. I don't remember his exact age. I don't remember the lore specifically.
Where did you first wear the black suit?
So, how many questions does Wolverine?
Push me, bub.
6 plus 3 transitions.
This fight is a little bit, I don't know, like scatterbrained, maybe.
Yeah. Also, the
Joining the new
red
Avengers.
/ black bar Nate is talking about is under Wolverine's health bar. And regardless of whether I make the correct choice or the wrong choice, I will end up with the black meter being dominant, which also determines, it acts like one of the choices you make. So this is one of those black choices that I'm forced to make, if you will.
Yeah, this is why he made the red choice much earlier in the game to account for this one being forced to be black suit pretty much for the run at least.
I said
Exactly.
you're a real wise guy.
You kind of wish the meter was always on screen. Yeah, so when you throw a car at a person, you can see it go from all the way red to all the way black.
Okay, final question.
Who served us roast and pie? Let's end this.
You're making this worse.
I don't think one beat down complete this. Maybe? Okay, it did. Exactly. Exactly enough.
Nice.
I think
So if I counted right, we're even between red and black alignments. So if you want me to do the red ending, then take notice. Also, this whip attack, we finally get to show it.
Yeah, extremely good move. Of course, the black suit gets all the really good moves.
I smell one. Try that black suit of yours.
Now we're
Maybe-
getting introduced to a new mechanic. By holding the spider sense key, you can attract those deranged hidden symbiotes, as the game calls them.
Yeah, that's mainly what this mission is, just finding hidden symbiotes and beating them up.
Ooh, I wish I had more meter for this part. It's gonna be very, very, very satisfying to perform. I believe there is some rubber banding, so stay close to Wolverine so he doesn't slow down too much.
They detected you.
Alright, I need a red suit for this one, believe it or not. Not great results, but here.
Oh boy.
And that's
That
it.
whip attack, it's just too good.
Did you know that you can hop over cars? I'm asking the audience, I know that you do.
Yeah. I figured you're asking the audience.
I guess they're not good drivers.
I can
Pretty
tell there's
neat.
at least one critter right here.
Yeah, and pretty
Find him.
useless.
Now what?
Oh, that was a pretty good one, wasn't it?
Yeah,
The special.
thanks to Rising Web.
I like how this ambulance usually, yeah, it just did a U-turn in the middle of the junction.
He's surfing on a civilian. Yeah, he does. He is.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, or maybe Spider-Man's Pro Skater 3.
Yeah, and I'm loading the autosave because now I need to lure more of these hidden symbiotes, and for some reason loading the autosave sort of resets the memory of the game, so it's much easier to get spawns. If I still don't get spawns later in this grind, then I will load and save.
So,
If there are any donations, that would be a great time.
Right now, but I would like to remind you all that this is QuickFest Speedfest Halloween 2021. We are raising funds for the American Foundation of Suicide Prevention, and we hope you've been enjoying this Spider-Man Web of Shadows run so far by Strudel, and the rest of the marathon as well.
Thank you, Shadow. Alright, two more.
yeah.
One more.
Yeah, so that tendril move can just pull enemies in from super far away.
You can buy later some follow-up attacks, but I just convert into your normal ground combo because I feel it's much better. Alright.
Yeah, I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, something like that. So, we're being ambushed again. Never thought in my life that I would use the shield unironically.
Yeah, kind of weird how in a Spider-Man game, your defensive option, your main one, is blocking rather than just dodging.
Something this disgusting could only come from you, Venom.
And because I'm low on meter, I'm gonna just do 2 web strikes on that pod.
I'll crush your little pods, Venom. Then you.
Only after you deal with the pod, then you can hit Venom. Or damage him, I mean. And now it's time to chase him. And it's really boring.
Yeah, this chase is kind of weird. Like, you just follow Venom and let him eat like 4 people, and only then you can attack him.
Yeah, you're gonna see soon.
You sure to tear Parker into
So you need to damage him enough, and then you convince him to move forward to the next spot. I'm moving this car away because it usually blocks his path. He like really wants to go from this spot that the car is blocking. In general, Venom's AI gets to get stuck in places.
Yeah.
And act really strange, as you see. Which sorts of unintentionally adds up to the feeling of horror.
Yeah, the fact that you just can't stop him.
Yeah, and his strange activity. His strange behavior,
Yes.
I mean.
He is unpredictable for all the wrong reasons.
By the way, you can climb and do that. Oh, I guess. You'll never want to do it, but you can. Like, it's useless. Completely useless.
It's just one of those mechanics, you know?
Yeah, but at least swing kick is inoffensive. You can just not do it, but you use those grab buttons to grab on the pulse, which also is the start key for the different spatial attacks. And if I want to do a spatial attack and I'm next to a pole, I accidentally grab it instead of performing one of my spatial attacks. Did I say spatial attacks enough time? If not, spatial attack.
Natural attack.
Spatial attack, yeah.
I'm sorry, I felt the need to say it with you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. If anything, it's good. Oh, endurance. Yeah, the Spider-Man 3 when Bruce Campbell was like,
joke, great.
endurance. Yeah. Crime fighting is more of a marathon than a sprint, so let's talk endurance, you know.
Did you play it when you in your childhood, or do you just know the meme?
I played it in my childhood, and I also know the meme. And also I speedran Toby 3.
I'm sorry, I got confused between both of you. I thought Shadow was talking to me.
Oh.
Oh, by the way, and go and follow Nate. Nate, please comment in their chat. Go follow him. He's an incredible tasser. He made.
Yeah, I would.
Go ahead and plug yourself.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd much rather have you guys subscribe to my YouTube because I don't use Twitch. So if it's all right, I will post my YouTube link. Okay, go for it. Let me get my channel.
Alright, so right now the ending I'm gonna end the chase. The rematch will occur very soon. Ah, I see you got your... Your link was blocked.
Oh. Can a mod grant me like immunity for like 1 minute so I can post it?
Ah, all those Black Swift. Can I just, please, I need to take care of the pods before I can hit Venom. Just like earlier. Alright, so now it's just a matter of spamming beatdowns. Finish the fight.
The classic. Did it post? Or okay, I can send it on Discord.
So in just 2 fully upgraded beatdowns, the fight is already over. Nate, can you explain the next part, or are you too
No
busy
idea
with
how
the
many of
links
these
and
pods
stuff?
Venom had made, or how he did it.
What's the next part here? It's
After the fight, I take care of the pods.
Oh, right. Yeah, I can explain this. This is no biggie. So, there's 3 of these pod-specific locations around the city. They're really far from each other. But if you save and load the game after destroying one of them, then you can... It'll keep it counted as you having destroyed the pod, but the pod will respawn, so do that 3 times or 2 times and it'll just continue on. It'll progress properly.
The downside of this is that
Venom's in a
when
demon spawn everywhere.
when you load an autosave, or when you load a save file,
really make a mess of things.
it usually it loads without any metered charge. So I'm gonna have to just spam attacks. Alright, now that I'm done with all the pods, it's time to introduce Electro, or you know, enter Electro. By the way, Nate, can you give them a link to my YouTube channel, because I'd really rather them follow me on YouTube, because I'm not that active on Twitch.
I think.
So this chase is a bit strange, not really fully solved yet. He runs around, he runs away, he makes some attacks. Sometimes hitting him makes him proceed faster, sometimes not. And so I try to spread out damage, because there's a certain cap to how much you can actually damage him. After enough damage, he just receives hits without taking damage.
Okay. I posted the link to Struel's channel in the Discord so that you can update the runner command.
Please go
Thanks
on.
in advance.
Alright. Now over here, just do a web strike and yeah.
The Electro fight is just... it's very strange.
Yeah, it's both a chase and a fight. Now there's this rescue camp, but Electro, I guess because how he enters the place, the build gets discovered. I guess, I'm pretty sure. Did I catch them all? Yes, I did.
Why did you take her?
What's wrong with him?
He's just a kid.
Nice.
Leave me alone. You can't stop.
Oh, sorry, I need a black suit.
Electro,
Right.
what are you doing?
Okay, I'll be the red suit for a while.
Oh yeah. I just remembered. So this fight doesn't have a red suit or black suit choice, does it?
No, at least not immediately. And there's a cutscene afterwards that has that.
Oh right. The
The
Moon
one on the
Knight and
bridge.
Vulture one. Yeah.
I'm sorry for that failed movement. Electro, if you will, please proceed.
Yeah. I remember on the Wii version of this game, it was like really hard to navigate during this part because one, the game was in like 4:3 ratio, and two, motion controls.
Yeah, and on console, all those the electric bolt effects are very, very vibrant. I
Yes.
legitimately watch other game walkthroughs of on the console version, and I need to look away because it's so vibrant.
Yeah. So we get to see that delightful whip attack again.
Rarely, Electro just freezes during this chase, but luckily he did not. And now it's time to fight him, sort of. You still need to spread damage around until you get to the railway.
This has got to stop. I'm gonna take you
In
down.
the meantime, I'm gonna
You just don't get it.
push him more and more until we get to the rail tracks. And now I guess it's time to go all out on him.
Let's end this right here.
Yeah.
Was there a glitch to end the Electro fight early, or am I hallucinating?
I think there was, I could never replicate that.
Knock some sense into you.
Yeah.
Now I think you will proceed to the next part. If not, one more. Okay, just one more.
Why are you so flipped out?
Just to explain, after you, the beatdown goes like that. After you grab him, you can mash Y inputs, and then you buy the next upgrade, which is spamming the X inputs, and then you buy the next upgrade, which is B inputs. X and B, I think, deal the same amount of damage, but Y doesn't deal a lot. But you get it from the get-go, so obviously.
Yeah. I had always thought that the B inputs did more.
Maybe.
They might.
I might look. I'll look into
I mean,
that. We have time.
Until we really test it, we won't know.
All right, now it's a matter of chasing him again, and then there will be a quick time event, and then we will finish that mission. Oh,
Yeah, if Electro could.
go ahead.
Okay, I was gonna say if Electro could stop showing off and just go, that would be nice.
That was my fault because I was too far behind. He actually stopped to let me catch up. Alright, so now is the quick time event. Alright, now there's a cutscene that I can't skip. It's unskippable, literally. So enjoy the cutscene. But you know what's so good about skipping unskippable cutscenes? That you can go away and grab some snacks or something. So I'll be right back.
Me too.
Move in. Target neutralized.
You didn't have to shoot him.
You answer my questions, mister.
Max! Max! That's my brother!
I have news footage of you.
Let go! He's my brother!
No!
You are under arrest.
Alright, I see that I'm back just in time. Alright, so, now MJ calls us again, so I'm loading the autosave to hang up on her. In new game, I don't hang up on her because the conversation is not that much longer than the time it takes me to get to the next spot. And what did I want to say? Oh yeah, I used that time to grab some tokens, but new game plus, so who cares?
I have returned.
Yeah, and I hear your fans, so if you can take care of that.
You can hear him?
No, not anymore. Great.
No. I guess it just like filters them out.
I guess. Alright, make a poll right now.
Oh, yeah, red or black.
Oh, I'll try Richard's first.
So no
Spider-Man,
no
you realize
genius
that cell phones are not secure.
superhero is
Of course
available.
it does. A
So
clever
Spidey's
call for
plan is
help,
to
young man.
infiltrate prison
No,
and
Don't do it.
You have the right
rescue
idea.
You'll be a criminal.
what's
You'll
his
save
name?
the city.
The
Hey,
Tinkerer
You want to do the
to
right
come
thing?
up with a plan to
It's
stop
not
the
that simple.
symbiotes.
Of course,
Hey, Rikers, it's an
And in the
island. I
meantime,
need to fly over there. Volunteers?
they both tell you, do it, don't do it, it's a good idea, it's a bad idea. And so you choose. All you do is just choose your pilot to the next mission. So I'll wait for the call to end. In the meantime, I'll eat my
Oh.
cookie. And stay hydrated, people. Don't forget to stay hydrated.
The poll has like 5 minutes on it.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it
Uh,
could be ended early, probably.
So if you could,
Yeah, just for future reference, the red and black polls can just be like a minute.
that's
You know,
right.
it's all right. It's no big deal. You can just end the poll early whenever. I think anyway.
I have something to do in the meantime. You know, I'm enjoying the cookie. And of course, I need to drink some water. Trying to remember how to end Paul. Red, okay. So I just let me finish my drink first. I'm sorry. All right. There's a reason I estimated this run to be the time that I estimated. It's 15 minutes above my PP.
Good luck, Spider-Man.
Alright, I don't want to talk at all during this mission. It's too depressing. Go ahead, Nate.
Okay. So, no, well, all right. So during this prison break here, led by Spider-Man, you have to open the gates to use okay, so you have to open the gates so that you can use Rhino to help yourself free the Tinkerer. So Rhino has been let out, and we made it into the second yard here. And now, opening door to the third yard, we're able to get Rhino in there as well, which will be useful, I guess. So here's where the problems usually start with this mission. Rhino has this rage meter, and when it's full, you just can't do anything with him for like 10 seconds or whatever, or 5 seconds. And sometimes Rhino just throws you off when you try to web strike him. Okay, so we made it into the recreation yard. These generators have to be destroyed. But sometimes Rhino just gets caught on them, and it's frustrating. It is so frustrating. Because then you have to wait for him to just get off of it, and then sometimes he gets stuck on it multiple times in a row.
Yeah, so I want to add that the problem is not really that he shakes you off him. The problem is that he controls like ass. And sometimes he just refuses to hit the generators. By the way, now is a great time to create another poll. Make it for 45 seconds. Also, the locking camera does not prioritize Rhino over regular goons.
Just a, it's a red or black option. Alright. So, the prison was awful, but thankfully it is over.
Sure about that, big guy? There's no button in there, Rhino. It's over here. That's why it's called maximum security.
Alright, 1 minute is the shortest. I guess we'll find out soon.
Alright, so one of the mods asked if they could get a time check on your end. Like, what does your timer say?
I don't know, I stopped it earlier. I just wanted to start the countdown. I did not want to look at the timer because I don't want to stress myself. I want to make it a chill stream. Red, okay.
Alright.
The people want the red ending.
Yeah. What is that? Is that 4 red choices now, I think?
Mm-hmm. One more and it's the red suit ending.
We made it.
Alright, this cutscene sometimes is skippable, sometimes no. Either way, even attempting to skip it can mess up with the game. Instead of spawning in the next cutscene, you will spawn in an empty ghost town, where the only thing there is just the white symbiotes from the tutorial mission that get parachutes in one attack.
Yeah. I just noticed the bridge was already broken. Is that a New Game Plus thing?
I don't know. I did not look at it. Alright, let's see if I can do the swag thingy.
Oh yeah.
Probably fat finger and fail it. Let's see. Think promising? Yeah. So yeah, you can talk to Black Widow even when you split down like that. So this grind just help squad teams to deal with the blue symbiotes. Alright, that's one.
So this is I think this is a shorter grind because it's like the only crime that can occur right now.
What do you mean?
Like there's no like evacuations or anything yet.
Yeah, it's just a pure fight grind.
Yeah. Would this be a good time for donations?
Yes. I got a couple more teams to hit. So go ahead and read donations if there are any.
Yeah, we still don't have any at the moment, so feel free to keep at it.
Please, guys,
All
please
right.
donate for a good cause. Can I please
Oh
get
well,
a
I mean,
Alright, I got a spawn.
yeah, I mean, like this is just like the nature of smaller marathons generally. But you know.
Right, now that I'm done with the grind, here's the first mission from Black Widow. Her name is Black Widow, by the way. So you escort this APC, which stands for I forgot.
I
And,
can help you with that. Yeah. Armored personnel carrier.
yeah, that. All you do is just clear the path for the vehicle. It's like they're chained up. They're positioned so well for, you know, to chain web strikes, but web strikes cause lag to the entire wall. And
so it'll slow down the APC, and you want the APC to move as fast as possible.
it's just a few frames, right? But every frame counts.
Yeah. So thankfully we can make good use of the whip attack. And also loot cages here.
So I'm waiting here on the wall. And I'm just spamming these wheel attacks, which is really overpowered, especially on the PC version. We did not explain up until now that PC runs at 60 frames per second, and console I believe runs at 30. And
Yeah.
there's some differences to the physics, including the wheel attack, which I believe deals more, hits the enemies more times thanks to the higher frame rate.
Yeah, there's a couple moves that do that, and it just makes them super overpowered.
It's still very, very, very powerful, and the most reliable method. Even on console, you're just not guaranteed to deal with them in one hit. You'll have to probably do another one. Now you just need to deal with those white slashers there, I think they're called.
Yeah. So what's going on here is there's those civilians right here, and the APC cannot get to them. So we just have to fend off the symbiote so that they can get over to the APC. The civilians, I mean. Yeah, interesting how they were like the bad guys earlier in the game, like the gang members.
No, it's
And
like
now we're
a
saving them.
story arc for them, how they turn to be good people now that
Yeah.
everyone's life is at stake, so we're gonna help each other, man, and yes.
Yeah.
Alright, the next evacuation is gonna be pretty funny. We'll let you know when it's gonna happen. Should we explain it, or should we just let them see that and laugh?
I don't know. I feel like either way. Like,
Alright, I want to explain that if you don't mind.
go ahead. It's all yours.
So what I'm gonna do is, I need to rescue these 3 people. Or do I? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab one. Instead of putting him down, I'm gonna toss him aside. when that guy returns to the APC, he's going to count as 2 rescues. So now I can just go down, bring a second person, and that's it. Already 3 rescues. Because the game only counts for the number of rescues rather than the number of people you save. Now this load is very important, and it skips Spidey's monologue, and it also affects the RNG a bit. I need to do the same as I did in the mission, except that I do it in free roam.
Let's go find him, okay?
So right now
Let's go be heroes again, man.
I need to patrol a bit before we get a rescue call from pedestrians. And so by loading by loading a save file, it seems to skip on the part where I need to wait for the rescue call. I receive a call immediately. You see the red arrows? They spawn immediately. And it's RNG. It looks like the APC is going to get stuck right very soon. It's gonna take a while, but it will find its way. Good RNG. It took it just 1 reverse and forward.
Yeah, sometimes it gets like stuck Austin Powers style in like an alleyway or something, and it just takes like a minute and a half to get out.
So what I need to do is just to hold off the symbiotes from hurting the civilians. It's okay if 1 or 2 civilians get killed.
Lost.
But yeah, 2 at most. If 3 or more civilians get killed, including the cops by the way, then you fail the rescue. So you don't want them to die. And unfortunately, because I did not, I loaded the save file, my meter is not full.
Let's keep moving, Spidey.
Alright, I'm gonna wait for the counter to rise, then save and load. So, calling an ally would be very beneficial here, because you don't really need to kill the symbiotes, you just need to hold them off until all the rescuees are rescued.
Yeah, and plus the allies can act as bait.
Let's you and me go for a ride and find some
That's true.
civilians to save. Whoa! Gotcha!
Alright, in the meantime, enjoy this shotgun or Uzi or machine gun. Yeah, machine gun. Sorry. Machine gun Spidey.
Yeah, Red Suit gets a few upgrades that like let you do like drastically increase damage to enemies that are webbed up, and you can just like one-shot certain enemies.
Or I could just use a regular combo for the black suit. You know, not have to,
Yeah.
have to deal with that. Wait, so this is what the web does? It just makes them take double damage?
I don't know about double. I mean, it might be like just 1.5 times as much, or it could be like 3 or 4 times as much. I never tested like definitively, but I just know you do a lot more.
See people, this is why it's not a world record if you're the only one running. Turns out there's still tons of stuff that I don't know about the game.
Strudel, please.
Alright, I'm gonna grab them. Sometimes I will grab them. Oh, by the way, I have full meter. Hello, Vulture.
We must work together, Spider-Man.
Alright, that's
Thanks
looks like the
for-
second one.
There's more out here. Come on,
Vulture is putting in work.
Yeah, for the few seconds that we had.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy. Let's go do another run and save some more civvies.
Just a reminder, I save and load because you see these arrows, they don't spawn immediately unless you do that.
Time to do what you do best, man.
Some upgrades are not maxed, some do, some are, I guess, and I choose to avoid some specific upgrades that make my combos weirder to perform.
Yeah, like the in specific, like there's that one uppercut thing. If you press A during a combo, you just automatically uppercut. It can be a little annoying.
Should be the final one. Yes, I don't know. Yeah, seems like that's it. We not even need to call for an ally.
Let's keep looking.
Nice.
What the...
Alright, going
Yeah,
to
so you
Kingpin
can
safe zone. Go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so you can see that the APCs can just hold an infinite number of people.
Take that in mind.
Which-
It's gonna be important for a rant later.
Yeah.
And
Alright, so
this
the
is what
city
max
is...
wing speed looks like.
Yeah. So the city is in like kind of major danger, in case you didn't know yet. So we're hoping to get Kingpin's help.
So we need to infiltrate his place, but he puts this electric barrier. So we need to disable some generators. Obviously they're guarded by these soldiers. So we need to clear the area before we can attempt this. Oops, right, you cannot mash start, I forgot.
Yeah. Asking for Kingpin's help, Monka S? Yeah, sounds about right. So most of the foot soldiers here will give you a hard time if you're trying to go after the generator, but the glider enemies just do like nothing.
Sometimes the game tends to crash at the end of this mission. It did not happen to me in a long time, but you know, a marathon luck and whatnot.
Yeah.
Is that enough? Yes. This is the final
Oh,
generator.
boy.
And now it's time to clear the roof and then confront Kingpin. Calling Cat to distract some of the enemies. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Okay.
Pretty self-explanatory. Do we have any donations yet?
To my knowledge, no.
Aw.
We do not.
Feels bad, man. Yeah, I forgot I have this move. You can convert web strike into throw. Right after I try this, will the game crash?
Oh boy.
And no, it didn't. So now we agree, Kingpin agrees to help us. But first thing we need to do is, after we disabled all the generators, is enable them again. Because video game logic. And
Thankfully, the wheel attack just lets you mow down like 15 of them at once, which is always good.
it is. Alright, going to the second generator. Second one. Anyone else? This is should be the last one, yes. Now the last generator. When I get to the last generator, the upper generator gets attacked, and I'm supposed to get up and clear the area. But if I'm quick enough, I can enable the last generator before the first one gets destroyed. Oh no. This does not look good, let's see. Alright. I'm on the clear. I'm on the clear. Now pay attention to this moment here. After this cutscene. Ah, I missed. You could still move around as invincible and talk to Kingpin before the cutscene starts, but I misshot my position.
You are not.
Alright. Guys, whatever you do, do not fall off the hovercrafts.
Yeah, that's like run dead. Like,
Yeah.
really.
Oh no, I missed. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh,
What do I do? What do I do? Where are they?
oh, marathon luck coming in.
I'm sorry.
As
I'm
per
sorry.
usual.
Oh no, we'll have to mercy kill the run.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
This is what.
Monka S, Monka S, Monka S, Monka S.
Yeah,
By the
yeah,
way, do
big
you say
Monka
Monka S or Monka or Monkas?
Monka S, definitely. Like this run, which is now gone.
Yeah. Rip run. Rip run. Kappa.
Yeah. Just kidding. The run was never in any danger.
It will be now, by the way. So you need to protect the Kingpin soldiers who got ambushed on this roof.
Yeah. And we meet a new kind of symbiote.
Yeah, the Electrolinks, as they're called.
Yep.
And oh, hi cat. Now I can also call Torture.
We must work together, Spider-Man.
The blue symbiotes, the regular ones, they're more aggressive towards Kingpin soldiers.
Yeah, and if the Kingpin soldiers die, you fail the mission.
Yeah, and that's the fight.
And the Electrolings, I wonder what they're based off of.
Can I talk to cat already? No.
Nice work.
There. No, they saw in the cutscene, they know. So now this is a very, very, very big grind. I need to defeat 15 Electrolinks. Not you. You. 15 Electrolinks. And 5 pods. There are way more pods than Electrolinks. so I'm not gonna focus on the bots whatsoever, unless I get the chance to get them hit in the shockwave, whatnot. Otherwise, I can just ignore them and move on to the next group.
So this is just one of those moments where if there was like donations or like plugs or anything, they would just be really good.
If you guys want to do any sort of plugs and shoutouts or whatever, feel free.
Alright, so once again, shout out to Nate's tasks. Great tasks, including, but not limited to, Spider-Man 2 tasks. He created a task for the entire game, you know, the any percent category. He also made a task for 50%, which he did as a special for Christmas. This Christmas, right?
It was the Christmas of 2020.
Oh,
I think.
Last
Yeah.
year? Man, it's already been a year.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, almost a whole year. Yeah. But yeah, I do that kind of stuff. Just tool-assisted speedruns of like Wii games and GameCube games.
Anything
And
that Dolphin
Strudel.
can run.
Yeah. Strudel does good speedruns of longer Spider-Man games. I mean, I can't take all the flattery. Strudel puts in work.
But I gotta ask, USM tasks when?
Do I want to talk about this right now? Sure. You know what? Sure. So I do this thing with USM where like I install it, I play it for like 30 or 40 minutes, and then I just like uninstall it because I'm not enjoying it, and then I reinstall it like a day later and play it for 40 minutes and just do that repeatedly.
You don't have to make
Yeah,
a
USM
full...
Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah. You don't have to do a whole task. All you have to do is find the Rhino first cycle setup. And just one more Electro link. Yeah. Finally done.
Like I have Ultimate Spider-Man like just in a folder on my desktop right now. Like I can literally see it right now on my second monitor.
So, heading over to the boss fight. We're gonna confront Electro in the symbiote form.
I need to head to where those Electro symbiotes are.
It's a bit
spawned.
complicated.
See what's what.
I don't remember if I can use all the meter, but I'm gonna repeat. Okay, for the last one.
Yeah, you need. Oh, okay. I was gonna say you need like two usages of meter remaining.
I have at least 4.
Yeah. So that's good. So you have more than enough.
Alright, let's see if I can pull off the early kill. I mean the early parachute kill.
Yes. No one dies, thankfully. Everyone who is about to fall off a building has a parachute.
They're okay.
And everyone who's about to die has a parachute. Yeah, they're okay.
So beat down. No meter wasted. And now Electro is supposed to create an electric barrier around him, but I can attack him before. Now we need to be very focused. Not over yet. Alright, now.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I need to create a ball. I forgot. I'm sorry. Create a ball for a minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Just a red or black ball.
So what happened was I managed to hit him before I created this electric barrier around him. The reason...
Just choose red.
Yeah. Not the reason. If he did create the barrier, I would have to wait for another cutscene, and then he would create more pods for me to destroy, and then I can proceed to finish the fight. But with this specific setup, I managed to damage him enough before the barrier. And so this choice is a bit confusing, because if you choose a black, you punch the symbiote out of Electro and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna join you. But if you choose red, he will just pass out from the struggle with the symbiote or die. I'm not sure. Anyway, this is supposed to justify why Electro can assist you immediately or not. If you noticed, some of the choices don't really make sense in the terms of the nature of each suit. Rather, they're to justify uh, why they can or cannot join your fight. So
Red
the
wins.
choice was red.
Right, we're getting the red ending, guys.
Therma, don't leave. The whole point is that you're supposed to interact with the pulse, so you can affect. By the way, is this 5 red choices already?
You did it.
Yeah, I think that's 5.
I'm not sure. Yeah. Yeah, I think 5 already. So I'm pretty sure at this point the red ending is guaranteed. But which one?
Do you know why that happens? Like, your special meter just went from like half full to just completely full in like 2 seconds.
I think it's from just traveling enough. That's it.
Maybe.
What?
Yeah, it's from being idle for long, not idle, but just swinging enough without fighting. Sometimes automatically fills the meters fully. It also applies to your health bar, which really is not an issue. Let's be honest.
Right, because you don't really die in this game. Like, I think the only thing that can kill you is like Electro.
Yeah, and it means the non-symbiote Electro. This one is the
Just the normal Electro fight.
So go ahead and explain this mission.
Alright. So you know how the APCs can hold infinite people? Well, these aircrafts can only hold 5. So we have to bring the people to the aircraft to airlift them out to safety. So, unfortunately, one person was lost. They will be remembered. The people will also run over to the the aircraft, but it's faster to just carry them to it.
Alright, so now I need
Is
to wait
using
for the
parachutes
APC.
here useful?
No, yeah. Is using parachutes here useful in any way? You mean like this? Or the parachute for the people? Because the parachute for the people, if you will, yes, it is helpful. Let's go for Moon Knight.
Let's do it. We're ready for the next one.
Okay. Dropship is here, and we will get them. Okay. So here's... Is this where things get interesting?
No,
where
not
the,
yet. Not yet.
Okay.
Alright, so this time I'm escorting shield agents or shield soldiers. I think this was not helpful really. So I think
thankfully there's a move. Sorry.
I'll go. I think dealing with the first wave of the symbiotes triggers them hover to arrive quicker. So now just passing the time with doing some shenanigans and having fun. What did you want to say?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, like, the special move may not have worked, but thankfully you have a move on the wall, which is as good as the special move.
I'm just dealing with them for fun. They're not a threat. Not at all.
I remember just doing the wheel combo a ton of times here, and just getting like a 700 combo.
Really?
Yeah.
Not surprising.
Yeah, because it hits like 50 times per.
Right now I need to wait for the hop truck to come back. By the way, this is the helicarrier up there. Symbiote coming?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Yeah, they're too far away. And I like this pose. I really like this pose. It looks very edgy in the right way.
We got symbiotes in range. Keep
Yeah.
them away from the evacuees.
I find it interesting that his standing pose is slightly different.
I honestly
Oh my
did not
goodness.
prepare for this.
Ready when you are. Get them over here safe, Spidey.
Oh, as you see, sometimes the symbiote leaves the host instead of one evacuee lost. It's a shame.
But yeah, I was just saying I find it interesting how he has a different standing pose depending on if you're in red suit or black suit.
Yeah. And the controversial strat will be coming right now. I'm not gonna only explain it after you see it in action.
We got some more civilians on top of that
Okay.
building. Plenty of symbiotes on their way up. Protect the civilians, and we'll get down there to evac.
I do
as
not
soon
take
as we can.
responsibility for what's gonna happen here.
Yeah.
Stand by. We're coming down.
So remember how we said
Help us protect him on the way over.
that you can lose up to 2 people before you fail the mission?
Escort another one over.
And do the math. If you rescue less people, or no, you know what? Okay, this is the second one lost. This is why I only send away only one.
Let's do it. We're ready for the next one.
I think everyone knew where this is going. I'm going to play it safer and deal with the symbiotes over here, because I don't want to lose a third person.
That would be problematic.
Yeah. I think for some reason I was able to exceed the 5 people. It sometimes happens.
Can't take any more civilians.
Yeah, it sometimes
Yeah.
happens. I can't explain why.
It's fine, they had parachutes indeed. I mean, it said the civilian was lost, but it just meant we lost track of them. There's nothing proving that they're dead.
Or they were not sent to the next dimension. Do we need to remind the reference with the parachute? By the way, check this speed and check this height. Let's count. 6, 7, 6. No, it's
Need a little help. Dropping down. Get ready for evacuation.
It's
okay. It's
7.
7. I have to parachute
Another one
2.
over, Spidey.
Otherwise, I'll have to do another carry. As we said, you can only carry up to 5 people.
Spidey,
Usually.
get rid of the symbiotes before they get our guys.
And if you lose the third one,
Ready when you are. Get them over here safe,
I'm
Spidey.
gonna play it very safe now. This is marathon settings.
Show 'em who's boss.
Yeah, you're right, Wolverine. I'll show him who's boss.
Yeah. Spider-Man doesn't kill people. He gave him a parachute. You can literally see it.
Spidey, the symbiote symbiotes are attacking.
This is really
Get over there
scary.
and help out.
That civilian nearly fell off the edge.
Yeah.
They caught themselves.
In my PB, I for some reason, although I
You guys hold tight.
lost
We'll be
3
right back
people,
with the rest.
I somehow still passed the task.
Evacuee lost Kappa.
And as you see, if you remember that we talked about ally alignment, I used the black suit enough time, so now I'm already allied with the
All right, let's get
evil
you folks to
allies.
safety.
I'm only gonna toss away one because
Send
I
one
don't
over.
want to risk
Spider-Man,
it.
help us protect him on the way over.
I'd rather waste a few more seconds to rescue
All
another
right,
one
we're ready for another one in here.
than losing the task.
So the parachute thing, has it been explained?
No, and I'm gonna explain now.
Alright.
It's a reference to the original dub, the original English dub of Dragon Ball Z by Ocean Studios, and they had to heavily censor any reference to death. So what they did is they changed the dialogue so they didn't die, they were sent to the next dimension or actually survived. So in one instance, Nappa took down an entire army of aircrafts or warplanes, call it however you want.
Yeah, helicopters.
No, even planes, combat planes. So one of the characters claimed that, look, I see parachutes. Oh no, it wasn't the army troops. It was one of the helicopters that was broadcasting the attack of the Saiyans on Earth. After Nappa destroyed the helicopter, they said, look, I see a parachute. They're okay. And ever since, every time a character dies, quote unquote, in Web of Shadows, you just get a parachute and they're okay.
Yeah. Like, car into the water, and it has like a person in it. Thankfully, they have a parachute, so they're okay.
And now you just need to tag along with this hovercraft. We're going to visit Moon Knight. As you see these vulture links videos. Fun fact, you can still summon Vulture as an ally, even though he was obviously infected at this point in the story. I'm not gonna drop off the hovercraft because it did not fool you in the first time, it's not gonna fool you the second.
Yeah.
You guys are too smart for this. But now I do need to go forward, because the sooner I get to this point, the sooner I can start this fight. So check out these jetpack guys. Their missiles deal so much damage. They instantly kill the symbiotes.
It's very useful.
Or not instantly, they just deal a lot of damage.
Yeah. I think it's 2 shot or 2 missiles to kill.
Alright, done with the fight. Now let's go and talk to Moon Knight. And now it's time for another grind. You see the pattern? It's like how you visited Black Cat. Now you visit Moon Knight. Now you also grind for spatial symbiotes type thingy. Now we need to
so
destroy,
this is
30 vulture limbs and 10 pods.
Yeah, this is the last grind, isn't it?
It is. By the way, I called for
Right,
vulture
yeah.
just to prove my point. But I really don't need him. He just wastes a meter for me, so goodbye, vulture.
Dismissed.
this is gonna be a long grind, so any donations, famous plugs, anything. Oh, I don't know what I tried to do. I have no idea what I tried to do.
Alright.
Commentators celeb, any donations, any shameless plugs about later runs in the marathon, anything. Now's the time. No? Okay, so we'll keep shooting out for our community members. Shout outs to the one and only, the prophet of all other Savior, Toby McGuire. His name is Spidey Balls, or Speedy Balls as some like to call him.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
He's the glue of this Spider-Man, of the classic Spider-Man community.
He really is, though.
Who else?
Shout out to the main Spider-Man 2 speedrunner. Really cool guy.
Yeah, Sly
Sly
Finkelton. He's the
Finkelton.
guy. He's the guy. Enough said.
Yeah.
When you get grabbed like that by the pods, you can cancel that with a shield. I learned it from one of the comments in my videos, and I'm very grateful for that info. Who else? The Spider-Man 2000 players. Art, his name is Artem from Russia. Ink Blowout from Canada, and Sam from I forgot where, but they are all great runners of the Spider-Man 2000 classic game.
Yeah. Oh, there's another marathon coming up sometime in November. I think it's task giving, where we just commentate tasks for like 2 days or whatever.
Sounds great.
And I submitted for it.
Do you know if you got accepted already?
No, I don't know yet. I assume I will, because they were actually low on people, so they reached.
If you'd like to, I can join your commentary.
I think I'd like to handle this one myself. Denied. I know. I'm sorry.
Betrayed.
Friend zoned.
Right, last spot. And now I'm just searching for more vulture links. Alright, nothing else to add. So once again, go visit our YouTube channels. Nate makes task speedruns mainly for Spider-Man games, but other things too. I speedrun mainly Spider games, but other things too.
Actually, I should probably just say this because I haven't already, but TAS means just tool assisted speedrun, so it's like a speedrun of a game that is as close to perfection as I think I can make it.
Yeah, he basically gives command in advance to the game, and by using save states and slowing down time, he can make perfect inputs as he desires. Alright, dealing.
Pretty fun stuff.
Finally dealt with all this grind. But don't worry, you still have time to give more shoutouts and reading more donations. Not that there were any to begin with, but you know the point.
It's the thought that counts.
Yep. In the meantime, shoutouts to the Toy Story community. They're great people, and if you want to get into one of the greatest underrated platformers of all time, I recommend you play Toy Story 2. It's very fun both casually and speedrunning wise. So this mission, it's defend the tower. The
Get the
mission.
engineers back on those barriers.
Alright,
Tell the pilot-
10, 11. Okay. So now for 5 minutes, I need to defend this door. Okay. In the meantime, those white symbiotes will try to break those barriers that automatically electrocute any symbiote who passes by the gate. By the way, I'm wearing the black suit, and I can pass through the gate. That's fine. But just to demonstrate, yeah, like that. But it doesn't matter because the mission is fixed to around 5 minutes. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna move around, have fun, goof off. There's one exploit a runner named Cobra found. You can cancel those web balls in the air into a shield. What I do is, I cancel it into a shield, then I drop into the water like that. And then I can swim, sort of. I do the butterfly swim. Otherwise, the normal way looks like this. And what else?
A Spider-Man game where you can swim.
Oh yeah, it's a new feature since Toby 3.
Yeah.
Now, sticky powers are returned from the classic PS1 game. You push against the wall and you climb. However, some spots can be exploited to do this. And here's a double jump just to maintain it forever. And yeah, that's the mission. Oh, by the way, Spider, are you okay? Now, a red symbiote, which totally is not Carnage, I swear to God, gets past the barrier and he starts tracking the place. So we just need to make sure the red symbiotes do not hurt the place. Notice the blue message, helicarrier arrival in 3 minutes. I'm gonna need to remember that. I need to remember in 3 minutes from now. Okay, I'm gonna need to call for an ally. I don't need to take care of them really, I just need to hold them off. Oh yeah, I forgot, I have my last cookie. I still haven't eaten that. But I get ambushed by too many red symbiotes that I don't think I have time to eat that cookie. And I really want to eat that cookie.
Oh. Dang. I'm kind of jealous because I have not had cookies in like a year.
I think that's it with all the red symbiotes. No. They're called berserkers. That's it, that's their story. They're not Carnage. Carnage was supposed to be in the cancelled sequel, by the way. The cancelled sequel you were supposed to play as Spidey and Wolverine. By the way, that infinite hovering can also be duplicated right here. Alright, now I can finally eat my cookie. So, in 5 minutes from when the mission started, I need to be here to trigger the next part, which is I need to arrive here to this device behind Spidey to call for backup.
The pose.
I get here immediately as soon as I can call them. I will get a signal by a cutscene, but I'm already here during the cutscene. Alright, stretch. Yeah, very important. And stay hydrated. And in a few seconds from now, I will trigger the next part, hopefully. There.
Booyah.
Booyah. Now, just to make it a nice view for the viewers. I really like this
Oh,
one.
yeah. I know what you're gonna do. Yeah.
Cat, get over here. Thank you. See this, Cat? One day, this will all be ours. Or no, I messed up the line. It's supposed to be a reference to Lion King. How Mufasa tells Simba that one day this will all be his. One day this will all be yours. Yeah.
I'll be back, lover.
See ya. And then finally they come and they drop a few bombs, and apparently that's enough to defend the place. Alright, right now in terms of upgrades, I'm in sync with the new game run. But obviously I have more meters. I have bigger meters, so it's still more efficient to finish the last part in New Game Plus. I'm heading back to Harlem. In that whole time, Mary Jane and Luke Cage worked to defend the civilians from the symbiotes over there. Now I'm going to help them. But first they're gonna send me to Wolverine, who is in another place defending other people. Unfortunately, there's some lag that messes up with my swing. Oh, nice bonk. Did you see the damage?
It's just pointless.
Gee. That was like over half your health.
It was. But unfortunately I get healed during this cutscene. Or fortunately, I guess. There was a potential death spot that I'm not gonna mention, that I'm not gonna explain further. The bottom line is you can't death warp. Go ahead, talk.
Okay. So, like in the console versions of this game, you cannot swing this fast. You're just not allowed to. The game will start freezing, give you trouble, and if you're on the Wii version, it just crashes.
Yeah, so what happens is the game fails to load the higher res textures in time, so it just freezes the game to let that happen. And no, I want the black suit. By the way, if you hit this bell, yeah. It also stuns the symbiotes, but I think it also damaged them, or was it Wolverine that damaged them? Anyway, I need to let's say kill or give parachute to 20 symbiotes. By the way, on console you need to defeat more symbiotes than on PC. I think 32. And this is another great time to read donations, but do we have any?
We do not currently, no.
Yet. Do you want to plug future runs in the marathon? Some specific ones that you would like to talk about?
Sure. Up next after this Spider-Man Web of Shadows run, we've got Wobbly Life by Suzy Doodledone. The category is all jobs.
Do you participate in that 4-way run that's gonna happen, I think, by the end of the marathon?
Me, no.
But do you want to talk about it?
I could. So the finale of this marathon will be tomorrow. It'll be a Devour co-op run between Izzy Hope Dolphin, Thermal Square, Capri Dog, and Infinite 521.
Anything else? Because I'm about to finish anyway.
Nope. I think I'm good.
Alright, I just need to deal with these 3. Luckily there were exactly 3 spawns here. Alright, 20 out of 20. And now Wolverine is going to turn into his symbiote form. And I found a very specific setup for this fight. But never mind that, it just spam web strikes, spam hit down. I need to lure him into that pod over there. One more. And now he's going to wear this armor. But it just acts as more health. And obviously it's really not an issue.
Especially with beatdown.
Exactly. A fully upgraded beatdown is enough to take off the armor, and still you have a spare attack to damage him. So now this is the longest quick time event, which only involves 2 inputs. These inputs, by the way, are very random. I don't know if you noticed, throughout this whole mission the audio was messed up. This is because I skipped the first cutscene this gen. But I think by the end of this run... Oh, by the way, make a poll. Red or black?
Oh yeah, red or black.
After this mission, it's gonna be fixed soon.
Nice symbiote in the way of the camera.
Right. Now just... Did you see the speed that I slided?
Wow.
This is what happens when you try to turn when you slide him. Only when he's dead. I mean, with a parachute. And look at the funny thing. My head is clipped inside his body. Alright, the poll is gonna end soon.
Looking like it's gonna be black unless some people show up and vote red.
What do you mean? Everybody vote Team Green. Come on.
Yeah.
Black. Okay.
Black wins.
You know what? Because I like this cutscene so much, I'm not gonna skip it.
It is a good cutscene.
The audio is messed up on my end. Forgive me. And yeah, he ripped Wolverine in half. And as I said, the audio is messed up because I messed it up. The reason Wolverine is not dead is because he has very overpowered regenerating powers. And I'm pretty sure that behind the scenes, the game developers just spawned 2 Wolverine models instead of actually modeling him in half.
That's actually exactly what it is. There's just 2 Wolverine models. Like if you cause the game to lag or anything, you can see it for like a quarter. like a frame. You could see two Wolverines just standing next to each other.
Got some nerve coming down.
Alright, so now I come over there to help Luke and Mary Jane, and they're like, dude, not cool what you did to Wolverine. And I'm like, who cares? He's Wolverine, he will be okay. He has a parachute after all. Alright, so in this mission, we need to protect this bus. Everything else is fair game. They can kill whatever they want. They can. You see these two cars behind? It's okay if I lose them. They're here for the greater
cause. You can
cause.
actually just throw the cars.
No, it does not work. Yeah,
It doesn't?
No, the game doesn't let me. Oh, by the way, there are some roadblocks. Do you see? Now I need to take care of. And now after I took care of the pods, the bus and the entire squad can proceed forward. If you notice, the arrow, which is me, is not the center of the minimap. The center of the minimap is the map, is the bus. And so if I go too far from the bus, I will not fail the mission. Rather, the bus will lose health very quickly until I fail the mission. I'll let you see that when I get too far. Yeah, there's this red marker and saying that says that I need to get back to help the force to carry the bus, to escort the bus. Yeah. And about the promise, who cares? Someone in chat asked, did you promise not to use the black suit yet? And yeah, they're right, but...
Well, we haven't promised yet.
Yeah, and now I need to be careful. I need not to proceed forward too fast, because the bus did not catch up yet. I'm gonna use the time to fill my meter. Alright, now I think I wasted enough time. So I can deal with the pods with just 2 aerial ground pounds. Now let's go back to the bus and take care of all these guys. Turns out, maybe or maybe not, this mission is probably harder on console, especially the Wii version, because the symbiotes are much more aggressive towards the boss, or they have the same behavior except their attacks deal more damage. Can you confirm or deny that, Nate?
I cannot confirm nor deny it. Unfortunately.
I get it.
I just remember I had no trouble with this mission when I played it on Wii. That's all.
So probably the guy that was telling me that he struggled with this mission on Wii was just not playing accordingly. He was probably going way ahead, and he was, draining the boss's health.
Okay, what was that the guy had? That Shadow had?
I don't know. I don't remember who.
No, I mean, like, Shadow talked for like 2 seconds. He was like, when I get the chance.
Yeah, when I get a chance, I wanted to interject because we did get a donation.
Alright, so just a heads up, I just need to clear this area of symbiotes, and then I go back to the rescue squad, and go ahead, read whatever you have.
Alright, so we got a donation from Team Green, donated $5. It says, #Team Green, and good luck with the runs and charity event overall. Thank you so much, Team Green, for the donation.
Thank you.
Thank you. Was that all enough? No. Are there any more symbiotes? I don't know. No. Okay, now I can go back. And just for laughs, I'm gonna show you. This is Rhino's ally. He sucks. He sucks. That's it.
Yes.
Don't ever use it unironically. On the other hand, Electro is pretty good because it teleports to the enemies. Like, it's not really a huge difference than other allies, but it's enough difference. So heading back here very soon. Get stuck running like in the prison. You mean softlock the game? No. At this point you can't softlock the game and you can't bonk it to walls either.
You can't bonk anymore?
No, it does not work. I just tried it.
You mean Rhino. I thought you meant like you couldn't wall splat.
I assume he was referring to Rhino's assist. Alright, let's go for Electro.
Alright.
Right, because I need the full meter, I'm gonna call Electro away. And this is the final stretch of this mission.
And also the final stretch of the game, I think?
Afterwards, it's a few more missions. And then the final mission, which is pretty long actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, real quick, are we able to get like a time check on how much longer we got left? Roughly of the run.
What's my time currently?
According to the marathon timer, it's about 2:30.
I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it in estimate. We'll see. It's because all of the choices that I had to delay my gameplay.
Yeah, no worries.
I might go like 5 to 10 minutes at most, overestimate. So after this mission, it seems like Mary Jane and Luke Cage were lost, and so we were thrown into the what's it called? The intro mission.
The prologue.
Yeah, the prologue. And now we need to go. And now we want to confront Black Cat. It seems like she was possessed by the black suit.
Yeah, we're all caught up now in terms of like gameplay. It's weird how the prologue shows you like right at the end of the game.
It's like a very typical writing, if you ask me.
There you are, my love.
So this fight, like every other boss fight so far, is just spamming beatdown. However, there will be some specific maneuvers that I'm gonna do to have more meter for the next mission. Let's see.
That's not nice.
No. Yes.
Just a little love.
Why did the game not lock into Black Cat? I don't know.
It really should have better priorities.
Right.
Yeah, so skateboarding into the other symbiotes gives you just a ton of meter.
So right now, Mary Jane joins the fight. She helps you to fight Black Cat and the symbiotes. So now you need to protect Mary Jane so the symbiotes don't kill her. She's very useful, as you see. Unfortunately, this isn't really an issue. You can finish the fight very easily. I think even casually, it's not an issue. Just
Yeah, I agree.
just very stupid from the programmers to like, oh look, she helps too, but you need to protect her because she's defenseless. Alright, unfortunately I fat fingered, so I wasted 2 meters for one tap. Make a call right now. This
Yeah,
will
red or
affect the
black.
ending, by the way. This choice does affect the ending. The inputs are random as here as well.
Cat,
So if you choose red,
talk to me.
you take Black Cat
Screw up.
to
easy.
get some medical help. If you choose black, you cure her by your own terms.
Sorry.
You give her some of the symbiote, and she gets symbiotized, and you sort of betray Mary Jane, I guess.
Felicia! Felicia!
So let's see soon which choice do I get.
It's looking like red.
I do not see the progress of the results. Red. You know, guys, you disappoint me. You really want a very vanilla ending. Okay, I deliver. Whatever. Who am I to judge? I know you.
Good guy ending.
I know. I'm that in my regular speedruns I just make the black ending because it's faster for many reasons. So it makes sense that you would want a red suit ending, but why the very vanilla? Alright, black suit.
Like you how? Old, smelly, crazy?
Oh shoot, I did not attack the correct one.
Yeah, I was wondering what you were doing there because I saw you weren't locked onto Symbiote
I
Vulture.
could not tell him apart from the other symbiotes.
Understand what a cliche it is.
Alright, do not skip this mission. You can skip this mission, but if you try, the game will just
The
stay.
cutscene, you mean?
Yeah, do not skip this cutscene. It will freeze, stay in black, and still move around. But since you fall down, you fail the mission. So do not do that. The blackout is far longer than the cutscene itself. Now there are hovercrafts that help me swing on something. Yeah, I totally swing on something and not on the sky. Totally.
Alright.
By the way, you can skip it on console, as well as the other cutscene that I told you not to skip. Both of these cutscenes.
The one coming back from the prison. Yeah.
So this cutscene is skippable.
You really are senile.
Now it's gonna be
You haven't aged so well over the
time
last
event.
couple of hours.
Oh yeah, I always forget there's a quick time event here. I always feel like it just like skips to the next part.
Alright, so right now you need to make another choice, but don't bother creating a poll, because the game decides for you what the choice will be. You see, what happens is, depending on how many choices you made for each path, this will determine which choice will be made now. Red means that you activate the detonator made by the Tinkerer. Black means you make it you throw it, you destroy it. and you take venom in your own terms, and the symbiotes are never cleaned off the city. But you guys wanted Red Suit ending, you wanted me to suffer, so enjoy. By the way, this cutscene is longer than the Black Suit cutscene by a minute.
It's the viewer's fault that we're going overestimate.
Now, to be fair, I'm just acting on character. I wanted you to pick this ending because I don't really have another opportunity to show the Red Suit ending, because there's no reason to make a Red Suit ending category, because as you see, it's mainly just using the Black Suit the entire run until you get to the final mission. And using Red Suit only category is also very arbitrary in my opinion. So overall, a marathon where the viewers get to choose the path makes perfect sense to make a Red Suit ending, if you know what I mean.
New York has been exercised.
Nice. By the way, it's a time to, if you got any left, it's great opportunity to eat some cookies or drink water, stay hydrated, stay, don't starve, don't be
the
hungry.
device appears to have worked. We are Venom.
But
He's on the
Nani,
helicarrier.
turns out
Full
Venom is too
compromised.
strong for the detonator, just as Vulture warned us. So now the helicarrier is invaded with the remaining symbiotes.
You to the helicarrier at once.
Thanks, it's a little out of web range.
Alright, final mission. Gonna take about 10 minutes. Maybe more since I'm using the red suit. Thanks.
I feel you.
So I need to destroy 3 generators that are marked with yellow. Ah, I knew this wouldn't work. Sometimes I get the early... I'm trying to... like, I try to change to black suit, but I can't. By the way, this would be vice versa if I used if the choice was black. I, for some reason, cannot change back to red. No, where are you going?
Ugh.
If I'm going overestimate, I blame the viewers, okay? So I need to clear the area from these people, especially those that carry heavy firearms.
Are any of your teammates here?
Maybe? They should be. Oh yeah, I see Moon Knight over there. Alright, I think I cleared enough, let's see.
You could just web them.
No, I think they still attack you. So what happened is, I tried at the beginning to get to the first generator fast enough, so I will not be ambushed, but I wasn't fast enough. No, not you. I don't. The red symbiotes really don't scare me at all. Oh, where's the jetpack guy? No, I want the jetpack guy. Thank you.
Okay, so there's 3 generators up on this helicarrier, and every single one of them has to be destroyed.
That's the idea.
Yeah, I was just saying because I didn't think it had been said yet. Wow, holy crap! These Carnage symbiotes are giving you a hard time.
Yeah, usually they're not that much of an issue, but I'm using the red suit, so maybe that's why. Now I need to take care of that just to be safe. At this rate, it's a let's play with some speedrun strats.
I've seen casuals play this game. It's not a let's play.
Yeah, it's a let's speedrun. Exactly, Shadow.
Yeah.
This is Spidey's special attack. It's barely enough to finish to give this guy a parachute. But the black suit still has many extension hits. Alright, so now I grab this missile. And I need to follow this path of the symbiotes, preferably by using web strikes, but screw that, I just swing upwards and go there manually.
Yeah, the cutscene just like shows the direct path that it wants you to take, but there's nothing making you.
So, alright, now for the second missile, which I need to plant down at the bottom of the helicarrier. In the meantime, I change the locking camera to the second berserker. Dude, what are you doing? Alright. Now, I could just go down, follow the path of the symbiotes, but instead I'm gonna attempt to flip from this spot. No, no, not good. There, and voila. Alright, final boss.
That's it. I'll pick you up. Oh no!
So the fight goes like this. Venom spits some symbiotes that you can just ignore and dodge, and you spam web strikes. That's the fight.
Yeah. Press Y, the game.
This is the lamest final boss in a Spider-Man game, in my opinion. Yeah, Y is the key to... Why? Because that's the key to web strike.
Yeah. I still think that the boss and the SD, the Amazing Allies version of this game is worse.
Oh yeah, it's a version. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you do? Oh yeah, you literally just like run and wait for it to stop.
You need to repeat that. You were cut off by internet connection.
Yeah. So, yeah, in the Amazing Allies edition, you just run in circles while like around a fountain that the symbiote is in, and you just wait for it to stop attacking you, and then you just destroy pods on it.
So two things
and
to mention.
It is so boring.
Two things to mention. What he's referring to, the Amazing Allies edition. By the way, that's the back of Venom. He's referring to Amazing Allies edition, which is just a 2D side-scroller game for the PS2 and PSP. And there's also another side-scroller named Web of Shadows, which is for the DS, which is a pretty good game in my opinion.
Yeah.
In general. Alright, now that the coffee break is over, I can go ahead and deal with the remaining heads. Make a fall, this is the final choice. It does not affect the ending, but it's the final choice.
Yes, red or black. Time isn't quite... I mean, yeah, I guess time is coming up now that I think about it.
Yeah. By the way, please pick black. Please pick black. It's gonna be funny. It's gonna ruin the lore of the game.
Spider-Man! We must find a way to shatter him into individual
It's rigged. Stop the vote.
Nice trick.
Alright, I need to remember all the inputs.
Maybe we can get
in
some
my
help from the
PB, I
inside.
forgot and failed. It wasted 30 seconds because I needed to repeat this quick time event.
Yeah, this is actually the hardest quick time event in the game.
It's not. Nothing is hard.
It's not?
Nothing is hard in this game. All QTEs are easy. Black, yes.
Black wins.
Yes. Now remember, we lost the black suit. That will be when I choose the final choice. So get ready in a few seconds.
Harder. I'm going to.
What? Destroy every innocent life on Earth?
I can't stop it.
Alright. Now.
So tired. Help me.
Alright. Time is coming up right soon.
Take my hand!
And time. Nani? Black suit?
Got you!
Black suit days?
So long, Croc.
Dame.
So they did not prepare these cutscenes to play with the suit that you're wearing. So you could, let's say you were wearing the black suit, and then Spidey was wearing the red suit, and then you chose red. So you would you would turn off the black suit, and it's funny. What's my time?
2:48:59, but we think the timer might be like a minute off because of issues earlier.
So I'm sorry for going overestimate. It's because you chose the red ending.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's all
enjoy
good.
the ending. Enjoy the end cutscene.
It took a few weeks, especially with the geniuses at S.H.I.E.L.D.
I
blowing
guess
up all the bridges and tunnels.
Spider-Man was able to get
But life came
symbiote
back
back
to
from
Manhattan.
Black Suit.
Venom was gone, bad guys were beaten and
Or
thrown in
from
jail.
Venom.
Shh, let them hear the
And for
the
once,
cutscene.
things look pretty good for our hero.
Oh my god. Are you narrating?
Hey, MJ, how long were you standing there?
I heard superheroes like to do that, but I never thought that you.
Please,
We gonna do this thing or not?
if it gets you to forget that you caught me narrating. Yeah, you bet.
Alright, so I've finally done it. Finally done a speedrun with the red suit ending. Are you happy now? Can you leave me alone? Stop asking that. I'm gonna upload this to my own channel as well, just to prove a point. Alright, that's the game. I'm torn. I have torn feelings about it. Not sure if it's good, if it's bad. It's better casually. It can be very exhausting when you speedrun it. Alright, thank you for all the comments, thank you for participating in the choices, in the polls. Thank you Nate for helping with commentary. Thank you Shadow for reading one donation. Thank you Capri for hosting this marathon. Enjoy the rest of the marathon. Happy Halloween everyone. See you next.
Have a good one.